Thank you, Colonel. We appreciate all that information tonight. I just want to say this. I realize the time is going here. I don't, personally for me, standing with Israel is not a political issue. It's a biblical one. And I'm mandated by the Word of God to stand with Israel. It is God's country. I'm from Canada, and I always joke that it's God's country, but it is God's country. And not only that, God's going to take care of Israel, but we are commanded in the Word of God to stand with Israel. If we don't, there's a curse to those that are against Israel, and there's a blessing to those that are for Israel. That's the Word of God. And in our church, even with our young people, we teach them that. I'm so thankful. My dad was a pastor, and I'm thankful for that, but I'm so thankful that when I was a boy, my mother's here tonight, my father's deceased, but they always brought me up. We grew up in the Christian church, but they brought me up. You always respect Israel and stand with Israel. When I was a boy, my father would never, ever, ever let me say anything that was even a joke that would have anything to do with the Jewish nation. It was not allowed. He was so for Israel. I'm so glad that was put in me. And when I was over there, I've been over there 3 times. I went once in 2014 during the war. And Colonel, we went down to the Sderot on the Gaza border and got to see the Iron Dome and all that goes with that. I was in the Knesset. And it's such an impressive country, but you can feel when you're there that God's with these people. God's with them. God's with them. And there is anti-Semitism that is in our world today. Huge anti-Semitism. On our college campuses, trying to get in our public schools, the whole 9 yards. It's evil is what it is. And that's why our young people need to understand and hear what Colonel Philbin said tonight, and to hear even their pastor or the rabbis in the Jewish synagogue or whatever, to teach our young people what it really is going on. And they are just defending themselves, and they have thousands of years of history. They were there before the Muslim religion was ever thought of, ever came to being. And it's their country. And they are finding things now in the new area that they just opened up going from the Pool of Siloam, the New Jerusalem. What's it called, Leon? The one? Pilgrim's Way. They're finding things thousands of years old, and they're finding things now. I believe this is all in God's timing too, by the way. I believe that they're finding more things that are saying that has a Jewish presence, whether it is the David's name or the city of David, things that are finding down there. They're finding more and more of this all the time, but I really believe because God is going to stand with Israel. God's going to defend Israel. I know they have the Iron Dome, they have David's sling, but they also have God. God is on their side. So I want to say tonight, in closing, which we do really good in Christian churches, I can close 15, 16 times. I'm so good at it. But we're with you, and I'm so glad that you're here tonight. And when we first started opening up our doors for a night to honor Israel, which we will be doing in the spring, by the way, and hope that you will be here and come and join us. My thing was, I hope they're not afraid of us. We're not trying to convert, all right? That's not our goal. We're to stand with Israel. That's bottom line. That's what we do.